So what are you guys kind of doing as a genre?
I'm going to do sci-fi,
Yeah.
science fiction.
I'm doing thriller and suspense.
That's the same as you, yeah. I definitely sci-fi is the one that me and Sam are doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your idea?
Like a detective, like murder case or something like that.
Yeah. I kind of thought for my one that I was going to do something like an alien, like you've got the enclosed space, and I thought you could do like cool noises for like the aliens and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that's the best bit about sci-fi, because I remember speaking to Adam about you can make noises that don't exist. So.
Yeah. No, I was thinking of something similar, but like something in like outer space or something.
Like on a ship, like
Yeah.
On a, okay.
I'm
thinking
doing
of doing a ship.
a complete different. I'm doing like a comedy one,
Oh,
where
right.
the idea that I have is it's like two aliens or like a human and an alien, but they're like drink driving. So I get to make like alien bar sounds and then like cars scraping together, and then they get pulled over by space police.
Oh no, that's cool.
What about your one?
Oh, I was thinking of like people going missing or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is that?
What else are we supposed to really like speak about with
The
it?
like
I don't.
I have no idea.
Yeah. I mean the background. I don't know. Like the location, I guess I can't like you could do like a derelict kind of spaceship, so you can have more like
Like what
creaking
codes and
sounds.
conventions could you use?
Conventions.
Yeah.
Like just the thing we just done.
Or like the stereotypes for like.
Yeah.
I think just like I like the idea of just having like the alien make a noise and it like echoes down.
Yeah.
Like I think that would be really cool because then it creates suspense, like it's like close by. So
I'm out of things to talk about, to be honest.
yours is the funny one though. Yours is like yours
Yeah.
actually like yours is
But
creative.
that's the thing, because I had to find the things to listen to. All the comedy like podcast things are just people sitting down and talking and like jokes. So it's the wrong type of thing.
Yeah.
But I just want to make it.
you could like bar hop to completely different planets.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just thinking of like different plot points that you can have to kind of like tie it all together.
And
Right.
the other thing I thought was just like, are we doing it as like it's a first episode? Like a lot of them they've got like a few episodes. Like are we doing like the 10th episode in or something?
Yeah.
I
I suppose it would just be like trying to wrap it all up in like a short,
Yeah.
just one episode type thing.
Like how long are you thinking of making yours?
I have no clue. Probably like around the 5 to 10 minute mark.
Yeah. I think I definitely.
Because I remember seeing it, the minimum amount of time is 5 minutes.
Yeah. So I don't think there's like a limit to how much.
I think like a 7-8 minute thing would be good. That's a good.
But I feel it'd be quite hard to like set up a whole story and like kind of have some kind of an ending to it in like 7-8 minutes.
Yeah.
So
Like the thriller, it takes longer as well.
because you need the build up of it all. So
Well, I guess that varies on the idea and how developed the idea is.
yeah.
Is that it?
What are the other things we have to like talk about with it? It's not us.
I can't read that. My eyes are too awful.
Music.
I think that's quite a difficult one to do.
Yeah.
I remember Sarah saying that it has to be copyright free.
Does that mean you can't get it off YouTube?
Yeah. Or like it has to be.
It'll have to be from like websites that you can get royalty free, like
Yeah.
music and stuff.
I think the whole thing is like you have to find stuff. I think it should be like because most royalty-free music doesn't have very many. Like, it doesn't have lyrics in it anyway.
No.
Does that make it too confusing and stuff?
Yeah, I think it would be a case of trying to find music that is more like, especially for like thriller, it would be like tension building.
Yeah.
So like more sounds.
Yeah. Sound
Yeah.
effect
Music.
kind of music.
Like
I
sound
guess.
effects would be like need to be heavily focused on to like build, where the locations are and like the actions that are taking place.
What's it
Especially with like aliens as well, like if they're going to be hatching out of eggs and things like that, you need to make those sort of sounds.
You've got like the egg
Yeah.
cracking, but then like the goo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the squelching sound.
Like it's like those little toy aliens you got.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the type of things that you're going to need to focus on. like those sort of coding conventions.
Yeah, and I feel like also depending on like you have like I think it's gonna be interesting making the sounds and stuff. Because I guess like yeah for us like doing like sci-fi because we're doing ships and stuff you need a lot of like metallic kind of
Yeah,
like clashing kind of sound.
yeah. So
that-
more
yeah.
more metal type of sounds.
Yeah.
I mean, like what would the sounds for yours be? I guess like a
Like
lot of
violin,
oh yeah. Like sound like not like music.
like sound effects.
Yeah.
Well, I'm probably gonna base mine in the woods, so like snapping branches and that.
Yeah.
Is it set in the woods?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then you can get like forest sounds like birds and crickets.
Like the leaves crunching.
Yeah.
And like atmosphere sounds as well, like the wind, or if it's still, some sort of like static noise to fill the air, sort of thing.
But then there's also silence as well.
Yeah.
So that's silence is like Adam said, silence is as important as
Yeah, to create like
noise.
that dramatic effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long is it?
Uh,
If it's anything
6 minutes.
Did they say how long it? They said, was they even doing this for an hour?
An hour
an hour.
of
Yeah.
focus. Okay. So we better go really in depth with like
Yeah.
what we're thinking. So
So I don't think anyone has a developed enough idea to talk about it for an hour.
I know. I've just kind of got like I feel like I'm getting too heavily focused on the fact that it will be like Alien, like kind of the whole I don't like sneaking through the ship like vents and stuff. So I think that's the only real like thing I have to base mine on in terms
Yeah.
of like an idea.
Maybe it'd be like trying to develop your characters and who is going to be experiencing what and like
Yeah.
how many of them there are.
Are you doing like a similar? Is it kind of going to be like Alien, or is it going to be
Yeah, I was thinking of doing something similar, like parasites or something.
Parasite? Yeah.
I'm generally out of things to say.
Because I genuinely haven't had long enough to think about what I want to do.
I'm too focused on catching up on the stuff. I mean, I guess characters is one thing. How
That
many
is-
characters you have?
I think because I noticed a lot with the, especially like the ship ones, they always have an AI because if you have to talk to somebody as like you talk to somebody like the stuff you're talking about like converses to the person listening. So you have to have I reckon 2 or 3 people and like somebody is like an AI to constantly be talking to.
I think you should think about like the speech and the words and that, like the dialogue, because Adam said that's important.
Yeah.
How are you gonna do that?
Well,
with
because
sci-fi?
the dialogue. Well, because it's Alien, the whole like trait of because the type of sci-fi I'm going for is like 1980s, like Space Invader type sci-fi. So it's like the really goofy kind of cartoonish aliens that speak like a turkey sounds, like those kind of noises. So it's not really like dialogue, but it's just sounds, weird sounds.
Wait. So like the characters in yours won't actually speak English. They're doing like
I mean,
Animal
maybe.
Crossing sounds.
That's why I was thinking that there'd be one human and one alien. So there's words you can understand, but then there's the sci-fi and the like the
Yeah. Okay.
How would the human and the alien communicate?
the alien understands English and the human understands Turkey.
Turkey.
Or just find a turkey, just shove a mic in.
I think yours is definitely going to be most difficult.
Yeah.
Because like with us, like we can just like magic something like an AI,
Yeah.
but then there's like your guys, like I don't know, you can have like somebody speak like a walkie-talkie or something. I guess if you're doing like being an investigator.
Yeah, like do you guys have like a solid like foundation for like your story or
No, just like someone gets killed and then the detective try to find
so it's
out
like a
who's
murder
done it.
investigation?
Yeah. That's the only like thing I can think of that have like suspense in it and still be like a thriller.
Yeah.
I mean, yours was like a really interesting. Like yours was the what was it the one that was like people the one where people like somebody's name will like appear in a tree and then they'll go missing after they see their names appeared in the tree. So are you gonna do like something like that or
Yeah. I
More
definitely-
supernatural.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, like Bridge to Terabithia.
Oh yeah.
I want to like mix that.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen that?
Yeah.
Oh. It's like so they go in the woods and it's like their like imaginary world and there's monsters and all that in there. Yeah.
So part of it would be like psychological as well.
Yeah.
I guess if it's psychological, that could be another thing. You could have like a voice inside their head. It's like part of it, which would be quite cool.
What about you, Leah?
Yeah, it's just like I haven't really developed like a solid like, foundation yet. I was thinking of having like similar to like the movie Life or something, where like there's this alien that kind of like one by one takes the crew members. Like, and it would. I was thinking of making it more like, I don't know, like having really creepy like music and like having the tension really build, like it be really slow.
Yeah.
Like it would. A lot of it's like in your own head and like psychological, and you kind of fill in the blanks of what's going on. Like it, like make it really intense. So I suppose I'd need to like do some research on like what kind of sound effects and music would work for those type of
Yeah.
sequences, and trying to find like different ways to create certain sounds for like whatever this parasite thing is that's coming after each of them.
And I think I had a good idea. I think for like, I think I can't remember. I think it's called like Evolution. That one, like, I feel like it would be really, that could make it give you a lot of freedom about the alien, because you could have it like constantly evolve and stuff. So you can have so many more
Like phases.
sounds,
Yeah.
and like it would always keep you like kind of guessing, because then it's like you've got a new sound. So it's just like at the
Yeah.
start you'd be like, oh, is it a new thing?
Yeah.
And so yeah.
Yeah, no, that is a good idea.
I don't know if it helps with any of your sci-fi ones, but I was listening to a podcast where, like, there was an astronaut and there was someone back on a space station speaking to them, and the astronaut went to planet Mars and he thought there was like an alien there, but then it turned out the alien was actually human. But then at the end of the podcast, the person who was talking to him from the space station like imagined it all. So there was no alien, there was no human.
So again, kind of like that psychological
Yeah.
sort of thing.
I feel like with the more horror side of the sci-fi thing, that would work well.
Yeah.
Like the imagining of the problem, that works better with the horror than.
If they like realised halfway through that it was kind of all in their head, but then you also had like an actual threat, it'll keep you like kind of guessing between if something was real or not.
Yeah.
Which is actually, I think that'd be really
But
good.
like he would go through one bit trying to find the human or whatever, and then have a slip up and think, oh wait, hang on, is this real?
Yeah.
Convince himself that it is. So it's like he gets set back and then set back
Yeah,
again.
he doesn't know if anything's like.
So
yeah.
it keeps you guessing.
Yeah.
I like the idea of the evolution thing.
I think it just because I just want to sit there and make like weird noises, and just like do
Yeah.
alien noises and stuff. So I think
I feel like a sound that would work well, is I told you about it, is the if you've watched A Quiet Place, the clicking of those monsters or the aliens, it's such a, I don't know how to describe it, but it's such a
Like it
full
sounds
sound. It really
like you've
fit.
never heard the sound before.
Yeah, it really fills your ears,
Yeah.
and that would work well with like an evolution thing, or like just straight up some scary alien.
and that's because like in the movie it like echoes quite a lot, and if you're on
Yeah.
the ship and stuff, like it would echo and just like rattle
Yeah,
down the hallways and stuff.
But like if you imagine you're on that space station and you hear that clicking like around the
You're
corner,
terrified.
yeah, you're running. I wouldn't say you're running away, but you're trying to like swim in space.
Yeah. And then mixing that with the sea leopard like idea.
Oh,
And if you had them together, because like that's like it's like a high pitch, and the sea leopard would be like a low. Kind of you mix them together, that would be like
It would be horrific.
Yeah.
if I had that, I'd immediately start crying. Immediately.
Would it echo in space though?
No, because the whole thing is that mine would be like in the ship,
Oh,
not
yeah.
like out in space.
So it's not a vacuum anymore.
Yeah,
You guys okay?
yeah.
Just came over at a point where it was really quiet.
So we all have like pretty solid ideas. It's just finding different ways to kind of like what we need to find the specific codes and conventions that will work for our specific narratives and genres.
Yeah. I mean, like, what kind of like creature were you like? Do you have an idea for like the creature you want to do?
I don't know. I'm like, yeah. No, not really. I feel
Like a traditional edit, like, or like something that's so like it's almost gory more than like Alien,
Yeah.
where it's like it's got 8 limbs, and if it loses one of them, like 4 come back. And then
Yeah.
but it's such a like
Oh, like the
a-
thing,
what Hydra.
the Hydra. Oh,
Like you cut off.
Oh,
one head,
yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
3 come back. Like a really terrifying alien.
Yeah.
Or like a little green man with big black eyes and everything.
I think it would be more like, yeah, something more on the side of like being really terrifying, and yeah, the whole premise of it being able to evolve as well would be pretty cool. Like having it start off as like this small, harmless thing that eventually like adapts to its surroundings, and then
Like one of the crew people are like, oh, look at that thing, that's cute,
yeah,
and then it rips him in half.
yeah, and then like with each person it takes, it could like get stronger. Like I feel like going really in depth into like the horror sci-fi side of things
Yeah.
would be really cool.
I think the difficult bit with that though is like you can't really describe it like because with like film and stuff you can just like see what it looks like. So
Yeah.
it's just like
It's trying to find sounds that are going to match that.
yeah, and like make it so it's got to evolve, and then you've got to keep trying to describe the appearance of it,
Yeah.
so that people like they can kind of understand what they're running from.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
instead of
you
just making
can't
sound.
you can't be like the alien changes, and then it runs into a crew member runs into it, and then the crew member's like, oh, it's got 4 more legs and 8 more
Yeah.
teeth, because then it loses the atmosphere of it, because
Yeah.
it's just stopping and describing it and then starting it.
Yeah.
So there's you got to find like a loophole to
Yeah.
describe it
I was
without.
thinking, because I listened to the radio drama Dead London, and with that, it was like a similar scenario, but instead they were talking on like a tape recorder and they were describing what they were seeing,
Yeah.
like documenting it. I feel like that might work to kind of be able to give more context to what is happening.
That's actually a really good idea. Having like they could do like a log or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like having them document what they're
That
experiencing.
that also brings in the
It gives
found
them the-
footage aspect of
Yeah.
horror as well, which is a really really fun
Yeah.
type of horror work.
It could be like hour 2. It has
Yeah.
now evolved, and then
Yeah.
that's where you can get away with a bit more of just describing it straight.
That's
Yeah.
the narration, so that's
Yeah.
another convention.
Yeah, yeah. I think that might be a really cool idea.
Yeah.
To, like delve deeper into, and like, yeah, having the like I don't know one specific character who is logging everything that's taking place and saying who's been taken at what points in time.
Yeah.
That might be really cool.
No, I like the idea.
I feel like we've spoken a lot about our sci-fi ones. You need to like talk about
I know.
the thriller.
I'm thinking maybe like because I'm involving the woods, I might have them like so the wood evolves and that's what takes like the missing people.
The trees kind of line.
Yeah, like
Oh
the
no, there was
vines
an old
reach
horror
out.
film about that. They were like killer trees. I forgot the name of it. My dad told me. Never mind, carry on. Sorry.
Okay, but like there could be like a bit in the woods that is like undiscovered or something, and the kids go to like discover it,
Yeah.
and they get taken one by one.
Could you do like a kind of like was it like in Maze Runner where like the maze like changes every night and stuff?
Yeah.
And you could do it so like they can never really like find their way out of that.
See, the thing is with a thriller slasher thing, it's such a you can do a lot of things with it, but in reality there's one thing you can do with it, which is it's like if you look at a thriller or a slasher film, they're all really similar because it's there's so many different ways you can interpret it, but they're all really like they're all, I don't know how to describe it, but they're all really, other than they're really similar. So it's difficult to do like, and they really rely on visuals
Yeah.
because it's such a, you can do like a knife sound and then a slash, but you really, I say you get more of the effect when you see it. So I think it'd be a bit more challenging.
I might do like when you said the what's it called? The talkie-walkie, right? Talkie-walkie.
Walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
Talkie-walkie.
Yeah. I might do it so like there's a group of kids that are down there and they have one and they're communicating to kids outside.
Yeah. Oh, that would be cool when you can
Yeah.
like hear them.
So it's like both sides.
Yeah.
Talkie-walkie.
Have you had any more ideas of like your murder one?
I was thinking like in an abandoned house, like the creak of the floors, like
Yeah.
doing something like that.
You got a time period because you could do like a Sherlock Holmes time period for it, or you could do a modern era type time for it.
Yeah, I guess. That's all I like to think of. I don't really know like the story of it yet.
Yeah.
Like what ideas I think. Apart from like an abandoned house and like they go investigate it.
So is it like a friend investigator? Is it like an actual like a police officer or something?
Yeah, like a
Police officer, yeah. I guess you could do like a narration kind of thing as well then with that as well.
You could do like a Lemony Snicket situation where it's like there's someone talking about previous things that have like taken place and then you go into those points in time. Or like the detective narrating it.
You could do the similar like tape recorder talkie-walkie thing, where like the detective records all the things about.
Their audio logs.
I think that would be a fun thing to.
I think an interesting thing to do is like as you're exploring the house, you can find like the missing person or the murdered person like tape recordings that they've left behind.
Yeah.
So it's like you can kind of hear what they were going through, and then you've got like the calm period of like they're just searching around the house to like find a clue of like who did it. That's quite long.
I feel like people develop like clearer ideas.
I definitely got a better idea
Yeah.
of what I want to do.
I've got a better idea.
So now it would just be like kind of building on those and trying to figure out, especially like if we're going to be doing things like audio logs and tape recording things, we're going to have to, research on how to create that effect of like that radio effect, like adding specific sound effects that are going to create obviously that kind of old-timey radio tape recorder effect on the voices.
Because those things sounded very fuzzy.
Yeah.
So there's
Like staticky.
So I think we
because
want
there's
to
a
think
lot of
about,
the
like what we need to include, what kind of sound effects we need to include in order to tell the story now.
I think one of the things as well is that I was talking to James about like you need people with like very distinct voices for the characters to come apart. So I think it's like you have to kind of pick out people.
Like really good.
They're really good
voice
actors.
so
I think that's gonna be. I feel like that's gonna like weirdly be the one of the most difficult bits. Like finding people that find so different from each other. It's like really easy to tell them apart.
Yeah.
There's more staring at you.
what?
I saw the other one that won like the maths competition.
Oh, him.
I feel like with the walkie-talkies and that, like when they find something that is like obvious proof, that could be like when it glitches.
Yeah.
So there's more of the thinking involved.
So like no one believes them.
Do you guys want to call it there and we can go work my ideas then? Yeah. I got a lot of catch up to do. So.